with a spark, chasing the light today. Little moments hiding, waiting to be found my way. A smile in the chaos, a laugh in the rain. That's the magic calling, pulling me out of the gray. Feeling rising up, like the sun on my face. No more holding back, stepping into this space. Joyful findings, everywhere we go, energy high. Let the good vibes flow. We're connecting hearts, lighting up the night. You and me together, everything feels right. Oh, joyful findings. Oh, bring the light. Oh, joyful findings. We're shining so bright. Your story meets mine in this beautiful beat. Every word we share, every laugh, every treat. No walls between us, just open and free. This energy's electric. Come vibe here with me. Hearts are linking up across the miles we span. One big joyful family, hand in hand. Joyful findings, everywhere we go, energy high. Let the good vibes flow. We're connecting hearts, lighting up the night. You and me together, everything feels right. Oh, joyful findings. Oh, bring the light. Oh, joyful findings. We're shining so bright. When the days get heavy, just remember this tune. Joy is what we choose under the same moon. Turn it up louder, let the love overflow. We're finding it together. Watch the whole world glow.
Awesome. Welcome to the Joyful Finding Show. This beautiful July 10th already of 2026 and episode 333. One of my favorite numbers, the one that woke me up to Jesus and God and telling you, hey, we're trying to get your attention. Knock, knock, knock. So numbers, all kinds of things are coming up and bringing things up inside of us. So I'm glad you could all be here today. I'm finding all your energies to be quite delightful this evening. This is nice. You guys are all in a better mood this week. That's awesome. Yay! I see there's a bunch of you joining in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hit the like button on whatever platform you may be watching on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lots of energy going on this week. Even this morning when I set up my Rumble, it's so funny because I put the wrong date. I put yesterday's date thinking it was yesterday, it was today, but no, it's the 10th. So, there's that time thing going on again. I fixed it before the show started. But I was like, I thought about it all day. I was like, no, I put the wrong date on there. That's crazy. So, yeah. That's awesome. Woo-hoo. Yes. Jules is saying it's been a long day. She's getting ready for bed. Yes. It's been a long week for some people. Depending on what you have going on, how people you're interacting with are interacting with you, how everything's going to flow and, just like jive together. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Take your time, my friend. So what do you guys got going on this week? What kind of energies have you been feeling? What has been going on? For me, it's been a busy week. I've had a lot going on. I'm here, there, and everywhere. It's like God needs my energy in all these different places. You know what I mean? It's so wild. you know, because sometimes things just come up and then you're taking that other road that you didn't think you were taking that week or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's like your energy has to be like brought around and spend time in different places. So have you noticed that? And then has your energy like irritated people, as you know, possibly? Um, because you are vibrating so high, and then other people get a little agitated by it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, so craziness energy going on out there. Chris is experiencing it with people that he goes to their houses and deals with a lot of people, you know. And some of them are just really moody, and some of them he's been working with for like 8 years or more, you know. But they're just being extra moody right now. So I don't know what that's all about. But have you noticed people being extra moody? Even yesterday, I started like towards the end. No, I would have to say like I don't know, around 5, 6 o'clock, like there was some kind of like energy shift of something because it kind of like agitated me and I couldn't put my put my finger on it. I don't know why my throat's getting all who's joining us. That's the third thing. Um, but yeah, it passed. You know what I mean? So we feel like different things in the energy. We might feel, you know, lots of joy, and then all of a sudden we're feeling something else. You know, and we have to feel these things, and we're purging a lot, whether it's out of our bodies, out of our, you know, I don't know, you guys are just purging a lot. So you might be going through life reviews, you know, and being like, oh, I should have, would have, could have, but this is today. Like today is your rebirth day. You know what I mean? So like what are you doing today? Like what do you keep going back or do you want to go forward now? Really, we have to stop going backwards and we really need to go forward. Okay? It's really time to like, you know, pick your destination that's in the forward movement, not anywhere in your past. You know what I mean? Yes, those can come up because there needs to be healing maybe that still needs to take place there, you know. Maybe it's some trauma or drama that you've gone through in your lifetime that you're still holding on to, but you don't have to hold on to it anymore because it's hindering you. Okay, it's holding you back from your full potential. Okay, so whatever that might be for you, it's really time to just let that go and just move forward. It's time to move forward. Like we're just, you know, and let things go. You know what I mean? Like where is your faith lie right now? Like are you trusting in that God is like providing in every way for you as you're moving forward? Because the more that I do that, the more that he provides. Okay, so it's like you have to get in this new momentum that you've not probably been in before, because it's always like this repeat cycle that sometimes we get stuck in. You know what I mean? And that's like it's some kind of pattern. Like I always talk about patterns. So it's some kind of pattern that you may still be stuck in. And I know that some of us are still breaking free from those cycles. So whatever that might be, you know, it's time to break free from some of these cycles and patterns and create new ones that are going to make you happy. Okay. All right. So I see there's a few of you out there. I love this. I don't know who else is out here. Let's see. We're gonna turn on the little chit chat over here. Little chit chat. Um, so I see Richard and Julia. I think I wrote y'all down. Oh, Ruth's out there. I didn't write you down yet. See, I missed a bunch of you. Ruth is out there. And Marcia is out there tonight. Um, and then I have Barbara, Richard, Jill and Roy, Julia, Dia is out there. I don't know if I got my text from Susie yet. She might be busy tonight. I think I got y'all so far. If I miss your name, just say something in the chat and then I'll see you again. I'm so glad you guys could be here and come into this energy. Yes, hello Rumble viewers, all of you on YouTube's and Facebook and LinkedIn and Rumbles, and I think we're on BitChute too. So if you're out there, just say hello. Pat's out there now. I'm glad you guys are all jumping in. This is fabulous. Fabulous. And I feel like, okay, so this is another thing that I felt this week, okay? Like a lot of people are going to need, like if you are stepping into, if you are stepping in, okay, if you've done like a lot of your shadow work and you have done a lot of, you know, the soul searching that you had to do to get you to where you are today, right? And then you are ready to start assisting others. But if you still see yourself repeating same patterns, some of those need to be changed for you to be able to assist others. Okay, so sometimes it has to come back to center so you can focus on what you need. And then as people arrive, I feel like there's going to be people showing up around you that you have gained enough knowledge and information that you can share that with someone to enlighten them, to maybe help them see things in a different way, right? Because boy, oh boy. So I don't know how many of you guys, because I do have a little video I want to share with you guys tonight. I forget how long it is. It's like, I don't know, it might be 4 minutes or something long, but it's totally worth the watch. I don't know how many of you've seen it. I've seen a lot of people sharing it this week, but it just really makes you think. So after we view it, I just want you guys to kind of like throw up in the comments, and you can even do it while we're watching it. You know what I mean? Because I can comment to some of y'all out there if I decide to chit chat that way. But this video is pretty, I'm just going to leave it as pretty eye-opening in a lot of different ways, depending on how and what you're looking for. Okay. And that's kind of how like discernment goes through everything that we look at nowadays, right? But as you'll see in some of this, you'll see things and just point out what you see. What do you observe? This will be fun. This will be fun. So as we're going through the video, I want you guys to just observe and then add to the chat what you wanted. Okay. So Elon posted this like 3 times on X, and I don't know how many of you are all on X. So I'm going to pull up my Twitter, my X account, and play this video for you all, and then we'll see how that goes. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to add it to the stage, and we're going to play that. Play.
Sweet land of the weary and the wild. Oh, where are you, my sweet child? The garden's either dying or about to come alive. The river's either drying or it's deep enough to dive. Can't tell if it's the dusk or if it's breaking into dawn. Are we going on or are we going? Somebody said a storm is coming, but it's been a long time. I don't know what's up ahead, but please, baby, don't you look behind. So tell me, is it gonna be free energy forever, or just the same damn old grind? Singing, sweet land of the weary and the wild. Are we 1 year from the grave, or is this just the beginning? My sweet child, oh, you're my star-spangled fever dream. Half a savior, half a liar. 250 summers and we're going higher. Singing, sweet land, going. The neighbors might be coming with a casserole or a gun. The kids are either screaming or they're laughing in the sun. Is the timeline coming undone, or is it coming in clear? The fireworks are blinding, but I'll keep on dancing here. And nobody can promise me that we're gonna make it to the light. So is it an awakening, or is this a knife in the night? If you can hear this from the other side, across this great quantum divide. Don't get me wrong, now is the time to stay strong. So, with all of that I'll say, God bless the USA! God bless the USA! Sing it, sweet land, going on. 250 years and it's going on and on the edge of a forever or the edge of being gone. Is it midnight? Is it morning? Is it ruining? Is it time to rise? 250 summers gone by. So just go on and tell me those sweet lies, the kind as sweet as these July. Going on and going gone. Sweet land, light up, light, higher. Sweet land's going on. Sweet land, going, gone. So please, just know that we can still rebuild. We can still make something better.
So what did y'all think of that? It's funny because I just saw Goldylocks said that looks like something Dia would have made. Yes. I should probably show her sizzle again one night. Maybe I'll do that next week. What's next Friday? I'll pull it up for next Friday. That'll be fun. Dia, I'll share it next Friday. But it's changed so much because she has so much more knowledge now. So Richard says he's loving the song. I'm taking a break from X right now. Okay, understandable. Sometimes social media breaks are a good thing. But I seem to find more information over there on X than I do any of my other social media platforms. You know what I'm saying? Ha ha ha. Yes, hello, darling. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. There was a lot of information in there. It lit me up. The song is very, truthful in what we're going through right now, I feel. Because, which path are we taking? The lower path, the higher path. You know what I'm saying? It's time for us to stand up for what we want to do. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's just like, and it's just bringing truth forward too, because we've wanted that for so long. It's been, so long. I see I got Samir out here too. And then there's things that we talk about, the free energy, that was in there. The portal's in there. So I could just zip right over and see you. You know what I mean? Doop, doop, doop. And I think I talked about portals last Friday on my show, didn't I? Because I saw something else about it, So portals are coming up. Quantum is coming up. And that's what we pretty much are. You know what I mean? So what are we going to tap into when they take down the rest of the veils that may be hiding us from what we really are, and what we can really accomplish and do in this world? You know what I mean? Like the chains will be off, and maybe they're just, energetic tethers that we can't even see. I don't know yet. We're going to figure this out together. We are not alone in this. That's the thing. You know what I mean? We are not alone in this. So yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. All right. So what else did I want to share with you guys? So the energies are going to keep increasing like they are, because things are shifting and changing like so fast. I almost feel like we're in a little race car and it's a manual shift, and we have to actually shift the gears, and we have to get to that certain RPM before we can shift the gear. Okay, so there's things going on. And then I use, that's another thing. See, when Dee and I have conversations a couple times a week sometimes, right? Because a lot of times when you are, like open like we are, you don't have a lot of people in your neighborhood that you can talk to. You know what I mean? That you could just say what's going on, and then you just let things flow. So earlier this week, and maybe some of you people are out there and you are military or whatever, but a few times I give messages to her and they're in clicks. You know what I mean? And I had to first ask her, what is a click? And then I figured out clicks or, military talk. And so I said there were 3 clicks. So what do you guys get from that? It just happens to be my 333 show. So what would 3 clicks from like 3 days ago? What does that mean? What is it? Does that ring a bell with you? Does that, because sometimes I say things that are like, I have no knowledge of, but the word just flows through me. That's when all right, why is someone stepping in that has a throat problem going on today? What you got going on? Open, be an open channel to your higher self within this vessel. Be a channel of your higher self in this vessel. Like you are connected to your higher self. You can see it all out there, all you want, but you are connected. There's like a string, a tether, whatever you want to call it, that you have all the infinite knowledge that you've had from all lifetimes. And maybe they're all happening now. That's what I don't know about the timelines yet. There's so much to uncover, because they talked about timelines in there, and we talk about that all the time too. Which timeline are we on? Just like I thought it was 9 instead of 10, so what are you going to do? All right. Ruth says she loved the video. Fabulous. Fabulous. Yep. Been hearing about Q computer from Europe. I have not heard about the Q computer yet, but I would not be surprised. All right. Let's see. I think I've gotten you all out there on my list so far. So, what else am I supposed to share with y'all? Is there any questions tonight? Do you guys feel like you got anything going on, Jill says, we love your messages you post on Facebook every day. I read them daily. Thank you. Yeah, and I just repost them from whoever. I've been doing that for so long that I can't even tell you when I started doing that. I've probably been doing that for 10 years, posting healing source messages and source messages like every day. And it's very, very profound. If you can take the message and it resonates with you, take it. It doesn't matter where it comes from. You know what I'm saying? Yes and yes. I love that. Yes. And you should be looking for the messages that show up for you daily. Just like the animals show up. Oh, I wish I had that pulled up. I would show you that video that I just created. Because we went to Mayaka last Sunday, and it was so funny because I'm like, all right, we're going to go and we're going to see some animals, and, we're going to go out in the little forest there, or the woods, whatever you want to call it. And I'm like, and then before we got there, we said that, we saw deer there before. I wonder if we'll see deer again. And it was really funny. So we go in, and the first stop is you stop at the bridge so you can see if there's any alligators hanging out. Okay. You go to the bridge and you hang out there for a little bit and you search. There was only one alligator. He was way off in the distance and only had his head sticking out. There could have been more, but that was the one that was visible with his head sticking out. So I took a picture of that. So we're we're walking back to the car, and all these dragonflies are there because we finally had some rain and they're creating bugs, and the dragonflies were out. So I'm like, all right, dragonflies, this is awesome. And then we're cruising down the road to get to the next spot, and this hawk, this red-shouldered hawk, literally flew down so we could see him right out the car window, and I could just lean out and just like take his picture because he was right there. And he stayed there. He posed for me. I took several pictures. I said, thank you very much. You're very awesome. And then right after that, we saw the mama deer and then the baby deer. Oh, it was so cute, mama and her fawn. But it was, it was so cool to be able to see that. And I'm trying to think of what we saw after that because I know we did see more. Oh, yeah. I saw the flock of vultures. No, it's called something else. A kettle of vultures. I saw a bunch of vultures. So that means something did die out there because they were circling for something to come down and eat. But vultures are also about rebirth. So, they're the cleanup crew. And then what else did we see while we were out there? It was a really cool thing. So I made a little video. I haven't shared it yet. I don't know why I haven't shared it. I made it, but I didn't share it. But it's really cool. I'm trying to think, was there one more animal? I don't know. If there was, it wasn't that important. You can see it when I post the video, or maybe I'll share it next week. You never know. Maybe I'll be sharing a bunch of videos next week. Well, we'll see what happens. Good night, Richard. Have a good night at work. I will definitely have a message for you here later, so listen on your off time. I guess vacation is over, huh? Darn vacation is over. All right, so I guess we'll get into my beautiful sponsors, and then we'll get into messages this evening. So first we have beautiful Marsha Morris of Feng Shui My Space. If you guys are ready to change up the energy in your home, in your office, and your wherever you live, your RV, maybe you're living in a camper. I've seen a lot of different things. Manufactured home, whatever you need to make your home feel like a home and bring all the good things you need into your life, right? Maybe you have too much of something and you need to down. I'm not sure what word I'm looking for, but you know what I'm talking about. You guys check out Marsha Morris of Feng Shui My Space. Thanks, guys. Awesome. Give Marsha a call today at 941-374-0442 and change up the energy in your homes today. Thank you, Marsha, for being a beautiful sponsor of the Joyful Finding Show. Yay! All right, and then Lola Blue. If you guys are looking up to change your healthcare products to something a little more healthier and made with love, you guys need to check out what Lola Blue is offering these days. You guys check out lolablueliving.com. Papillon. Discover the art of clean living with lolablueliving.com. Handcrafted in Northport, Florida, our natural soaps, soy candles, and shampoo bars bring eco-friendly luxury to your daily routine. From refreshing sugar scrubs to soothing CBD massage creams, every product is made with love and care. Elevate your self-care game and shop now at lolablueliving.com. Feel good, live better naturally. Yes, that's the way to go. You guys save 15% between now and the end of the month with the enter the code MAGIC17 for your online orders. Pew, pew. That's awesome sauce, you guys. I love them. I use a lot of their products, their hair products, the magnesium, the CBD cream. If you guys want CBD cream, you have to actually email them and say, hey, I'm interested in your CBD cream, and they'll send you an invoice. But because you can't order it online, but that stuff is amazing. I'm going to use an example. Marsha, I hope you don't mind. She just sent some out to her friend out in California, and she has like fibromyalgia or MS. I forget what kind of something she has, but she's always stiff and in pain. And she says that stuff is amazing. So you guys, if you need, pain relief, email her, and, you can't save the 15% that way, but you guys can definitely get some great CBD cream that way. I'm telling you right now, it's a lifesaver in my life. Hugely. You hurt yourself any minute, you just wipe that stuff on you, and the bruise never happens. It's the most amazing stuff. So you guys try it out today and save 15% with Magic 7, right? Magic, because we're all magic. And I did get a donation while we were in the sponsor section. So I want to thank Barbara for the donation this evening. Thank you. You will be number one this evening. So if you guys do want to donate, you guys can do that through Rumble And you guys can also do that through my Venmo. There's not whole lot of options on any of the other sites that you're, see that. But you guys want that Venmo, there it is up on the screen. It's also in the description if you ever want to do it at a later date. And I don't know if we've set up the Rumble wallet so you could tip that way too. I don't know. Have we done that yet? I don't know. I know that's coming somewhere on Rumble, but yeah. All right. Awesome. Awesome sauce. So Barbara, you're number one. Number one today. All right, for readings. Rumble Wallet is set up too. So you guys can always make a donation that way through Rumble Wallet as well. I think you have to have your own wallet set up, but it is a thing now. So if you were ever thinking about getting into crypto and stuff, that's one way to do it because Rumble has a wallet and you can buy it there. All right, so Barbara. Woo! Okay. Grounding. This week is about grounding, right? You've been so busy this last month. But I feel like, it's been a good time, but now you're like doing a grounding and your energy was so needed in all the places that you were. And now it's like, I think, starting next week, I think you're going to change up the pace about what you're going to start doing, getting your feet wet, back into the area about what you want to, maybe there's more people you want to hang out with. Maybe there's a yoga class you're going to take or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like you're going to find your feet again, and that shows me you're being grounded and you're just going to be like, all right. And then this is where I want to be and what I want to do and where I want to live. And I hope you've been able to create, because I know you've been missing your creativity. So I hope you're able to create something since you've been here, unpack some of the car, So I'm also getting like, what do I want to call this, Barbara? All right. So have you, I know it might be soon, but have you met someone already? And did we just talk about you having a dream meeting a man? Was that you or was that somebody else? Because I talked to a lot of people lately. But I'm also seeing like two of you. So I do feel like you're gonna meet some new people, and then they're gonna introduce you to somebody because I feel like they just recently moved here as well. And they're like laid back and they're into this spiritual stuff, but not so much that they're too woo woo, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? But open. They're like open. Like you need someone that's open like that. You know what I mean? Because you're like singing bowl lady, wah, 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 and all that stuff. So I just see that there's going to be two of you. And I don't feel like this is family coming to visit or anything like that, but this is like two of you. There's going to be a relationship, Miss Barbara. I love that for you. All right, so I'm going to leave that with you because I feel like there's going to be more that's going to unfold next week after you're grounded, because I feel like you're still like taking things off, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? You're taking things off. She said, exactly, right on. You are the best. So funny. Can't wait to meet my new friends. Yes, oh boy. All right. Woo-hoo. I'm excited for that, Barbara. That's awesome. All right, so now it's going to be the luck of the draw as whoever I point to today. All right, Richard, I know you left already, but you're on your way to work. All right, Richard, what am I getting for you today? All right, Richard, I'm getting to break out of your box. Like it's like a screened in porch, which kind of makes, I don't know if you have one of those. Maybe you need to screen in your outside lanai. I don't know. But I'm getting like screened in, boxed around, but not completely stuck in a box. You know what I mean? It's more of a rectangle, I'd have to say. But I'm getting like there's things like you want to break out and do, like there's different avenues of yourself. So each one of those parts that I see that you're in this box is like another thing that you have some kind of interest in, whether it's the karaoke or, the acting or whatever it is. I feel like you also are going to take like a painting class. I don't know when you'd fit that into your schedule. But I feel like there's something like that going on. So they're just saying to step outside of your box more. So maybe you have to go out a little bit further than you normally do, but they're like, just step on out, Richard. So I'm going to leave that with you, Mr. Richard. All right, we're going to have a little drink here. All right. So let's see who's next. Let's see. Samir, are you still out there, my friend? Samir, have you been to Niagara Falls yet? I remember that's where you said you were going. I'm like, I feel like there's this like Samir, this is what I feel like for you. Like this energy is just like flowing me. Like I feel like you're in this new state of allowing is the word I'm going to use. You're in this new state of allowing things to like unfold without having so much without pressure. You know what I mean? Just letting it be easy. Just letting it be easy as you move forward right now. Just letting it all fall into place. Right? Like don't try to push things. That's what I'm getting from you. And I feel like this wave of energy that's flowing through you and around you. You know what I mean? There's like this it's very, very comforting. So whatever you're calling in, whatever that energy is, they're wanting you to absorb it, feel it, pay attention so that you can recognize it. So I'm going to leave that with you, Samir. Thanks for being here. All right, Julia. Oh, you have had a rough week. You need to sleep in the morning if you can. All right. And I also feel like you're taking a lot of things personally. So I don't know who's directing this at you, but I think I've said this to you before. Be like a duck and let it roll off, right? They can say it all day, but it doesn't have to touch you or your soul. You know what I mean? Bubble up a little bit more if you have to. But I feel like, people have been stressed out, and I know there's a lot going on in the family and stuff too. So that could be part of it as well. But I'm getting that you also need to rest and or you're going to be not helpful to a lot of people. And I don't know, but I feel like they got this, like, when I'm in your energy right now, like there's like this, I feel something like in your stomach, like it feels heavy, like you have a pit and, like something is weighing down on you, you know what I mean? And I'm getting that you need to like kind of let it go. And it's in the solar plex area, so something has control that on outside of you that you're allowing to control you in some way. So I'm getting like, just break free, just pull all your energy back. Say, I'm pulling it all back to center, blow it all out, and then it feels better. You know what I mean? But I feel like you're stressed out. So take a nice Epsom salt bath, whatever you got to do to clear that energy and clear the energy in your house. And I feel like that'll be really helpful for you. I'm going to leave that with you, Julia. Thanks for being here today. All right, Pat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, Pat. I feel like you got some changes coming up. And I think these are changes that you've been calling in for yourself. I feel like you have really done a lot of the soul searching and working through things and all of that as of late. You know what I mean? Because they're showing me like you being open to the possibilities. Like where before there was like I'm going to say like over you, there was like this roof, you know what I mean? And now like you're open to the possibilities. Like you've opened up to spirit and stuff. And you're like, I'm open to the possibilities of what can come next. You know what I mean? So, and then I'm getting animals again. So if you don't already have animals, and I think you do, I think you said you did, but go to like the shelter and volunteer or something like that. Get involved with more animals because they're calling you in if they're not showing up for you already. Maybe there's a new stray showing up or something, but that's what I'm getting for you today, Pat. Jules says it's definitely going to be a learning curve. I feel you, girl. Let me tell you, I've learned some curves. I have definitely learned some curves. All right, Jill. All right, I'm going to split you guys up tonight since I got a bunch of time. Hi, Lyora. Glad you could be here. All right, Jill, what am I getting for Jill today? All right, Jill. So, okay. So, I'm not even sure how to word this, Jill. Okay, so I'm getting to, okay, they're saying stop, sit still, and listen. This is what your guides are telling you today. Stop, sit still, and listen. I don't know what you're not listening to in this very moment, but there's something you are not listening to that is coming to you not from an outside source. This is your intuition. This is something that you need to start honing in on and paying attention to. Okay. They're saying it's time to listen. Okay. You might want to hear it from outside sources or whatever, and that's great. But if you don't internalize it and turn it into what it needs to be and get a validation with that, then it's hindering you and it kind of stresses you out. Okay. So kind of let it go, and just kind of like bring yourself back to center, sit, listen, and observe. Okay. That's what I'm getting for you today, Jill. Thanks for being here. All right. And let's see who's next. Miss Marsha. Marsha. Do, 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 do. You're busy, 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 busy. I'm seeing all these bees. It's so funny because everywhere you're going, you're fertilizing the air, you're making things happen. So it's weird because you are like the little honeybee right now. All the places that you're going and all the people that you're helping to accomplish the things that they need to do through the real estate deals that you're doing and things of that sort. So, but you're also doing that with your friends, your family, and a lot of people. You know what I mean? So they're just saying, like, you just know that all this busyness, there will be a time where you can kind of rest, maybe like towards the end of next week, because I feel like you've been all over the place. You know what I mean? So I feel like you'll be able to take a day and just chill out. So they're just saying, just know that you're doing a lot of fertilizing, okay? Pollinating, pollinating. So I'm going to leave that with you, Marcia. All right. And then we got Roy. All right, Roy. So I'm getting your connection to earth again. I'm getting your connection to plants, into the ground. I don't know if you finished all the house projects or the landscaping, but I'm seeing more to be done. And there's also, do you know someone named Jen? This could be a guide. This could be someone that you've known in your past or something like that. Because I got the name Jen after Roy. So was that like a parent's name, or did someone someone else? Because I feel like there's a message coming in from this person. I must feel like it's a guide. So I feel like there's a message coming in for you too. So maybe you and Jill, switch up your meditations so that you can talk to like maybe a guide, maybe your angels, whatever. But I'm getting there's a connection there, and it's a connection to earth. So tap into that, my friend. Thanks for being here, Roy. All right, Ruth, you're next. Ruth. All right, girl, what do you have going on? Oh my God. Okay. So there is all this energy that is coming from you and through you. Do you feel like you're like a walking, like, have you had like the static electricity? You know what I mean? Have you been shocked and stuff or whatever? Because there's a lot of energy going on around you, through you. I mean, a lot. It's like little lightning bolts zapping you. You know what I mean? And I feel like this is also going to help open you up to further. Like it's like the little lotus, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, and there's just showing me more leaves that are starting to spread out a little bit more. You know what I mean? So it's like there's like this opening that's happening for you, and it's electrified. So I guess that the information, the downloads and stuff that are coming to you right now are going to come in tenfold, and be careful what you wish for because it's coming. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you, Ruth. All right, and then we got Dia. Dia. Let's see what I get for Dia this week. You're changing a lot of energy. Oh, and look, you're shining like a star. This is pretty. Okay. Star Dia. Well, we already know you're a lighting star. All right. But there's a lot. I'm going to have to count these later because there's a lot of lines. They won't let me stop. But encircling you is like the energy that I was kind of like just explaining about Ruth, but it's going out, kind of like the sun. Like you radiate these rays out, right? It's like going all like the bubble we put up, and then it has rays shooting out of it. Okay. So maybe you can add this to your show too. But there's all these rays shooting out of it. And I feel like people are like maybe some of the people that you've been around lately have been like treating you differently, or they can't stay in your presence very long or something like that, because I feel like you're amping the energy up. Now I feel like I'm doing the Jack in the Box thing, but it's building up pressure, building up energy for you to shine, right? They're saying it's shine, time to shine. And I can show you it because I wrote it this time. Dia, look, you're shining. You're shining all over the place. And take a snapshot. You can count all the lines because I feel like that's important. And actually, if you kind of like flip it around, it kind of turns into a Q since I went outside the line with your name. But anyways, that's a whole other story. So I'm going to leave that with you, Dia. It's going to be time to shine. I don't think I've ever said that like that before, but last week it was enjoy the show. This week it's time to shine. So let's shine on. Hello, Twinkle. Let me add your name to my list. Thanks for being here. Actually, you'll be next because I don't think there's anybody else out there. Oh, Lyora is out there. Hold on. I got 2 more names. Lyora and Twinkle. I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Good to see you. You guys are showing up just in time. You're not late. That's awesome. Because you only get the messages live. When you watch the replay, you got to listen to everyone else's messages. That's why I always try to catch lives because they're like so interesting. You know what I mean? They're so cool. All right, I'm going to do Lyora and then I'm going to do Twinkle. All right, let's see what I got going on for you guys. Tap in. Lyora. All right. You're a fast mover. All right. You have a lot going on moving forward. Are you moving to a city? Do you planning a move? Are you going to live somewhere where it's a little more crowded? Because I feel like you're going to move away from wherever you are in right now. I feel like it's almost like it's about you moving forward, okay? Because you've already gone the backwards route, and now it's truly about you moving in that forward movement right now, okay? Because I feel like when you do this, there's going to be people that come together and support you. So I feel like there's a new people coming into your realm, maybe new friendships that you're going to build, things of that sort. But they're saying you have to get out of your own mind sometimes, because you kind of like let things gather there and just kind of stay cluttered. And they're like, maybe you just need to write it down, get it off your mind so you're not constantly thinking about it. And then write down what you're trying to focus on that end goal of what you're trying to create for yourself. That's super important for you right now so you can get to where you want to be. Truly want to be, not where you just are, if that makes sense. All right, so I'm going to leave that with you. All right, Miss Twinkle. What's shaking? I haven't seen you in a little while. All right, I said that already. Twinkle. Whoa. All right. Boy, have you been extra emotional lately, my friend? I feel like you've gone through a lot of changes, but now that's about to change because you've made some different choices in your life that are going to be better for you. And you're supposed to be documenting this. So whether you're documenting it by video or talk to text or, physically writing it down, I feel like it's very important in your growth, because then you can go back and look at something, and then it kind of brings back things. You know what I mean? Something you can go back and look at. And I feel like you have journals from the past And they're also saying to go back and kind of flip through them and see how far you've actually come and really pat yourself on the back because you've really done a hell of a job. Okay. And Twinkle, you need to focus on what you want to create moving forward too. Like, what kind of relationship, what kind of home, what kind of career, what's going to make you happy, and don't listen to outside chatter. Just go forward in what it is that you want to step into for yourself. So that's what I'm getting for you today, Twinkle. So I'm going to leave that with you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. And if anyone else is out there, drop your name in the chit chat and I can definitely give you guys a message. We still got about 8 minutes left, and I'm sure I got stuff I can talk about because there's always stuff going on. You know what I mean? There's always stuff going on. I don't know what's so much going on out in the world, but in my own life. And that's one of the things that I've been paying attention to a lot more, things that are going on in my own life. You know what I mean? Because, I still have a family to take care of. I have a lot of responsibilities. So I feel like I'm all over the place. Do you guys feel like that too? Like you're all over the place? I can't wait till this is all over and I get to take a vacation because it's coming soon. My vacation will be coming soon. I know it is. I know it is. I have faith that it is. Yes, yes, yes. And if you guys are planning vacations this year and you don't know where to go, come to Sarasota, Florida in October. More information coming soon. Okay? Come to Sarasota in October. So plan that, you my friends. Plan to come to Sarasota in October. It's a great time to visit because there's not a lot of people here as there is like in season when it's like full on traffic. And I've noticed even this summer, it's super slow. You know what I mean? So come, rent some Airbnbs, stay at a hotel, whatever makes you happy. But come to Sarasota and visit us here. More information, like I said, coming soon. You even out of the country, you guys get your little visas and get over here to visit. All these people that are coming from all these other countries and coming to America. Have you guys been watching those on X? No, not everyone's on X, I know. But, I've been seeing a lot more of that. They've come over from wherever they're from and they're just saying, wow, this is so awesome. You know what I mean? And this is all stuff sometimes that we take for granted in America. You know what I mean? Just because we've always been around it. So it's quite interesting to see how others are perspective of it. Oh, Pooja's back. Pooja, I didn't even know you left, but you're back in time for a message. Like I was just saying, though, if you guys are looking forward to take a vacation, do it in October this year and come to Sarasota, Florida. Come to America if you're not here already. If you're on the other side of the country, come here now. Well, no, not now. Come in October. All right, Pooja. Pooja. All right. Things have kind of calmed down for you. I'm still getting writing, books, sharing information. And you'll notice, okay, I want to just say this. I don't mean to interrupt in your message, Pooja, but I feel like I've given you this message before. So if you feel like you guys are getting repeated messages, like you feel like you've gotten that message before, let me tell you, you're probably going to get that message until you get that message. And I mean physically, emotionally, mentally get that message. Because a lot of times, like when Dia told me for 2 years that I was going to have my own show, it took 2 years, people, for me to get the same message over and over again to do something about that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying. But Pooja, I'm getting that you were supposed to be writing. I feel like there's something about education. I feel like there's something about furthering more knowledge that goes along with that education. But I feel like writing, like, are you doing like some classes? Are you learning about something? Because I feel like that would be very helpful for you right now to step into that. Okay. So that's what I'm getting for you, Pooja. And just kind of go with the flow. Let things fall where they lie. You can take care of anything that happens in front of you. You have the strength, you have the courage, you have everything. And the patience, because you have tons of patience, they said. So don't worry about things. Just let them unfold as they will. And just, this is an educational time to document it, to share with others. So that's what I'm getting for you, Pooja. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Barbara says, thank you so much. Another great show. Awesome. Yes, Jill saying great show. Twinkle said, thank you, Melissa. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm so glad you guys joined me this evening. You guys are fabulous, 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 fabulous people. Right? Fabulous. Can't make that up. Fabulous. And when I repeat words, I got to write that down because there's going to be more to that later. Okay. See, even when I talk out loud, they're messages for me too. They're like, pay attention to what I'm saying to you. And that's kind of like what you guys have to pay attention to, moving forward too. Like, what is your intuition telling you right now? Are you tapping into that at all? Are you feeling into it at all? Are you ignoring it? Are you trying to, make things happen your own way without listening to your intuition? Because I feel like, once you tap in and start listening to your intuition, it really helps unfold stuff. Okay. And I don't know what kind of stuff you need to unfold right now because there's a lot of you out there. And this could be people that listen later too when it's archived. Okay. You could be listening later on iHeartRadio, whatever, wherever you are. If this resonates with you, please take it. It's time to empower yourself to move forward along this path without any hesitation. Okay. And you're doing it out of love. That's one of the things that we're doing different this time. We're doing this out of love because you guys, our world has fallen apart before, right? More times than one. You know what I mean? But this time, like, we are rebuilding already. It's kind of like that end of that video I showed earlier, but we can rebuild. That's where we are right now. We are rebuilding it our way, your way, my way, our way. Okay. We're starting to build this differently than it's ever been built before because we've been hindered in our building abilities. Okay. But we're going to get those abilities back. We're going to get those suckers back. Okay. And we're going to start building in a whole new way. Right? You've already seen it starting to take place. You know what I mean? You can't go into, I can't go into a Walmart or even Costco anymore and there's not a machine washing the floors. You know what I mean? All day long. They're just walking around, washing the floor. So things are changing in ways that we did not see possible even 20 years ago. Okay? 20 years ago, it's just, it's wild where we are right now and where we're going. But again, we're changing a lot of energy. Don't be afraid of what's next. Don't be afraid of the propaganda that you're fed outside the news stations and all that. Don't be scared. Boy, we're changing up a lot of energy going on right here. I don't know where all that's coming from. I don't know if that's me or you guys or who it is, but there's a lot of energy that is being changed up this evening. Holy cow. Whoa. Okay. And that makes a lot of people feel a little nauseous. It's okay. Just run the energy through you. Don't let it stop in you. Just let it run through you like you're an open tube. Whew, just like when you're doing healing, you're the conduit. You are not the energy. You are the conduit. Okay. So be the conduit this week. And maybe we'll get that free energy we need, right? Thank you guys. This has been a great show. Thank you for their donations. Thank you. Like and subscribe to the show so you guys know when we go live. It was amazing having everyone join in because I could feel each of your energies. You're doing so much better than you ever have. And the best is yet to come, my friends, because we are creating this in ways we never have before. I love each and every one of you. Make this the most amazing week you've ever had. See you next Friday, guys.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show.